There are books that explain concepts and others that force to rethink them. History of Color, From Stellar Light to Human Perception, written by Juan Scaliter, belongs to this second category. In its nearly 200 pages, the author takes us on a journey from the Big Bang to the human retina, touching on themes ranging from laboratories of the 17th century to current philosophical debates. If you like the content, don't forget to subscribe and give like. Your support is fundamental to continue sharing interesting and relevant information. Now, let's delve into the fascinating history of color and its impact on our perception and culture. The central thesis of the book is provocative. Color is not a stable property of the outside world, but a biological and cultural construction. Scaliter shows us how colors are the meeting point between the universe and our brain, revealing the complexity behind what we think we see. Scaliter begins his narrative not by talking about pigments, but about the origin of the electromagnetic spectrum. Visible light is only a small fraction of the total spectrum, which leads us to question our perception of the world. We see very little, but we believe to see everything, a statement that invites us to reflect. After the Big Bang, the universe was filled with high-energy radiations. As it expanded, these radiations shifted to longer wavelengths, giving way to visible light. This light is presented as a narrow window in a vast electromagnetic spectrum, a concept that Scaliter illustrates with musical metaphors. The author's scientific rigor is complemented by his narrative style. He explains how we can only see between 380 and 750 nanometers, and how evolution has shaped our visual receivers. However, there are fascinating exceptions, such as tetrachromatic people and species with multiple types of receptors. The question that arises is disturbing. What world are we missing? The history of color is not only scientific, but also a reflection on our perception and the diversity of visual experiences. Scaliter also highlights the history of color from a historical perspective. It takes us to 17th century Amsterdam, where figures such as Descartes and Newton made important contributions to the study of color. The author's almost novelistic narrative makes these moments come to life. Newton's prism experiment changed the way we understand color, showing that colors are already in light. However, it also reminds us that the division of spectrum into 7 colors was a cultural decision, underlining that color has never been completely neutral. As we progress in the book, Scaliter explores how color has been linked to power and economy. Some pigments were more valuable than gold, and its history is marked by conflict and exploitation. Color not only embellishes, but also hierarchizes. The meanings of color are diverse and changing. What white or red represents varies according to culture, indicating that the perception of color is a social construct. Each tonality reflects millions of years of evolution and centuries of cultural history. Finally, Scaliter asks the question of whether we all see the same thing. Color is a neuronal interpretation, which means that without brain, there is no color. The work invites us to question our certainties and to understand that color is the result of an interaction between physics, biology, and culture.